Yeah, it was obviously from a basketball standpoint, it was a really good week for us. Won both games. Had a thriller, double overtime game on Thursday against UTSA. It was a real shootout, and then had to come back and play UTEP, who was one of the hotter teams in the league coming in, and they jumped on us early, but we bounced back in the second half. We're able to take command of that game and win it. So two really good wins for us as we head out on the road now to finish up conference play. But you know, last week was also tough with the funeral of Austin Rainey on Friday in between games, and so it was not only a good week from a win standpoint, but a very emotionally draining week for our team and our players in celebrating the life of Austin Rainey at his funeral on Friday. So I was proud of our guys that they were able to bounce back on Saturday and win that game. Also on senior night, which allowed us to honor our seniors, and that's always a fun night, and it's nice to send them out with a win at home. So we were able to accomplish that, and now we got to take the show on the road. No more home games this year, so we got to try to find a way to play better on the road. We haven't played as well away from home as we have at home, and it's another growing part of a young team, but hopefully we can remedy that this weekend. We'll see. Well, I think anytime you have guys that are breaking records, it's a good thing, for your program. I'm proud of those guys. It says a lot about them, their hard work that they put in this year. Particularly Joseph coming in at the beginning of the year. Like I said, at the beginning we didn't even know what role Joe was going to play, and so it's been amazing how dominant he's become, particularly in the second half of the season on the rebounding, and to beat a guy like Kenyon Martin's record says a lot. It was a great player, and anytime you do that, it's something to be proud of. So I'm really proud of Joe, and then Andrian, breaking Joby Thomas's freshman record here at Charlotte. I know it was fun for Andrian because Joby was sitting on the sidelines doing the game, and we didn't even recruit Andrian as a shooter. So how about that? Yeah, this will be a challenging trip for us just because these are two teams that we beat at home. We actually beat handily at home. We dropped 66 points in the second half on Rice, so I'm sure that number will be written on their board, before Thursday's game. They've been playing actually really good basketball up until the last game. They'd won 4 straight. They have what most people consider the best freshman in the league, and Marcus Evans. He's had a terrific season for them. He can really score the ball, but they've done a really good job as well. They're building similar to us. There's a lot of mirror images there with them trying to get their program headed in the right direction, and they got a lot of really good young players as well. North Texas will finish up the regular season for us. North Texas is a very talented team. I think they've been a little disappointed with where they're at right now. I thought they, at least from on paper, they're a very athletic, talented team. For some reason, they haven't been able to quite put it together. So hopefully they won't do that on Saturday. We'll see. But they're capable. They have beaten some teams at home, and I'm sure they're going to want to finish their season strong on a strong note at home. So both games we're going to have to play well. Like I said, we're going to be playing teams that are looking for a little revenge, in the home and home deal, and it's just a situation where we have to grow as a team now, try to figure out how we can win on the road. Well, it's we could go anywhere from 6 to 9 or 10, I guess, depending on how the weekend goes. So there is motivation there to try to put yourself in as best of a position that you possibly can. So, but we're going to just focus like we have all year long, and focus on Rice on Thursday. That's our main focus right now, and try to take them one at a time, see if we can get that win, and move forward to Saturday. Well, the one thing you're going to get from Reed every night is effort and energy. And the past couple games we've needed that at that position, particularly when we needed to spell Joseph or some other guys. I mean, with Andrian going down in cramps and then Kern getting in foul trouble, we actually had to play a little bit different lineup. We hadn't played much in UTEP with Van Hook at the 3, Reed at the 4, and Joe at 5. So we had a different looking team out there for a little while, but they all did a good job. And the one thing you can count on from Reed, like I said, is energy and effort, and he's going to bring that, and that just energizes the rest of the guys out on the floor. He is. He's an important player for us. When Hook plays well, we usually play well. He's a facilitator from the 4 spot. You know, John's really our only guy running the offense from the one, but Hook gives us another guy that can create offense, whether it be off the bounce. He's a great passer, can also score, and helps us rebounding wise too at the 4 spot. So, you know, he's just a big piece of what we do, and like I said, I always feel comfortable when he's on the floor that he's going to make the right decisions when the ball's in his hands. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I think it's always a danger, you know, making sure you're concentrating on the task at hand, and particularly with young guys. And so we're talking a lot about that, you know, these few days of practice, just really trying to make sure that we take care of business right now. The tournament, we start worrying about that next week. But right now we got Rice, North Texas. We need to try to play well, because playing well will help us gain some momentum going into the tournament, and that's the way you want it to be.